Hi, I'm Al Kresta, and on Friday night, after the Supreme Court decision legalizing same-sex marriage around the country, a friend of mine showed me his iPhone, and it contained a picture of the White House bathed in rainbow colors. My first thought was that it looked like a kid's party favor, something you see at birthday parties. It was garish, cheap, colorful, a tad silly. And of course, I like that for my party favors. I don't like it for the White House. Secondly, it occurred to me that the White House is still a powerful symbol. It is the nation's home. It's where we can go to override our partisan squabbles. It's not supposed to be a place where one side or the other gets to claim victory. To see it used as a partisan victory token really sends all the wrong signals about the future of America. When George Herbert Walker Bush presided over the collapse of Soviet-style communism, he didn't all of a sudden say, hey, we won the Cold War. Let's show those communists who really are tough here. And then he proceeded to get Radio-Free Europe to beam red, white, and blue over the Kremlin. That didn't happen. Or what about the close of the Civil War, when Lee surrendered to Grant at Appomattox? As Lee was leaving, the Union soldiers there, understandably, cried out in jubilant celebration. They were the victors. But Grant stepped in immediately and said, shut up. We are not going to exult in the downfall of the Confederacy. These men are our brothers now. The reason Bush and Grant could tamp down those triumphalistic howls is because they knew that there is something called the gracious victor. And the gracious victor is derived from historic Christianity. It's the victor who bends down to lift up his defeated foe, so that the defeated foe will retain at least his human dignity, even if in fact he lost his property or his contest. So I asked myself why President Obama and his gay allies weren't being gracious victors. And it occurred to me, they're not gracious victors because for them, the war is not over. This was just a battle in the war. And I'm not saying that now this is going to be about homosexuality in America. It's not. There's another issue that's going to be coming to the forefront. What I mean, though, is that they are using this Supreme Court decision not to rebuild America and try to bring people together with different points of view. They are going to rebrand America. They have a different agenda. And that's why the harsh rhetoric and the caricatures of those who oppose gay marriage will continue. As the president was tweeting "Love Wins" on Friday night, his allies were engaging in a slash and burn campaign to continue marginalizing and caricaturing their ideological opponents. Those of us who oppose same-sex so-called marriage aren't changing our minds, and so they're going to continue to regard us as irrational bigots, haters. Justice Alito picked up on this in his dissenting opinion. It is one thing for the majority to conclude that the Constitution protects a right to same-sex marriage. It is something else to portray everyone who does not share the majority's, quote, better informed understanding as bigoted. Alito had in mind Justice Kennedy's majority opinion, in which Justice Kennedy said opponents of same-sex marriage have acted to, quote, disparage, disrespect and subordinate, and inflict dignitary wounds upon their gay and lesbian neighbors. The harsh rhetoric will continue because gay activists and their allies know that the war is not over. Only this phase of the battle has been won. They're pushing on to create a new America. And bathing the White House in rainbow colors was just the initial rebranding of the nation. The next step will be changing our understanding of religious liberty. I'll have more on that tomorrow. I'm Al Kresta.